look at what's happening in the NFL right now with Deshaun Watson, which if you watch that press conference, good gosh, that was the ultimate cluster and black eye to the NFL and Browns I've ever seen. Not saying that he's guilty. I'm just saying the look and the optics on it were awful and atrocious. And the fact that he got up there and talked about how he has zero regrets and how my biggest thing was he started it off with a lie. Whenever they were like, can you talk about how the contract of the Browns led you to choose them? And he's like, oh, it wasn't the contract. I didn't even know the numbers of the deal. And it was like, what? Like, dude, you're lying to start your entire thing. How do we believe anything after that? Because he told everybody told everybody that Cleveland Browns were out of it. And then they guaranteed the contract fully. So if he did get suspended, he would still get paid fully. And then he chose them over everybody else and saying, oh, yeah, I always wanted to go there. 100% BS, 100% BS. And it just looks bad. The owners weren't there. It just was bad optics, right? You look at Tyreek Hill getting the guaranteed contract, which, again, you go back through his past, you don't have to look far. So you have these two players that have very checkered pasts that have hurt people, several people in both instances. And then you have Colin Kaepernick that can't play. Now, I don't want to get into all the other stuff. The question I want to ask is he a qualified backup in the NFL? I don't think anybody would go against that. You look at what the 49ers team lost in 2014 going into 2015. It's just unreal what that guy was expected to play with. Coming off an injury, is he a top 10 quarterback? Is he a top 20 quarterback? No. Is he a top 96 quarterback in the NFL? I think he is. Definitely the high side's there. But again, do I think that he should be a starter in the NFL? No, I don't. Could he be a starter? Yes. Mitchell Wayne Trubisky is a starter in the NFL, right? I mean, Jameis Winston is a starter in the NFL. And so again, is he good enough to be a number 3 quarterback? Is he better than Nate Sudfeld? Yeah. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. Yeah, he's better than Nate. Maybe he doesn't fit what certain teams want. Should the 49ers bring him in? They're not going to. There's no way. But anyway, that's just my thing. I think everybody should get the right to play, and I think he chose his path. And, I tell this, I teach government and economics and AP US history, and I tell my kids all the time, freedom of speech costs. It costs. Do you get arrested? No. But do you lose out on other things because you're speaking up for what you believe in? Yes. And that's the way this should work. And so the fact that he lost out on those things, I'm not saying it was deserved, but he made his choice. I'm glad that he stood up for what he did. I love people speaking up for what they believe in, even if I disagree with them. I think it's important. And so I love that he spoke up and the consequences for it. I love that he settled with the NFL and got a giant paycheck, but I would also love for him to be back in the NFL. If Tyreek Hill can freaking play, if Frank Clark can play, if Justin, there's such a long list. I'm doing research now for the draft, and man, you're seeing some of these guys with arrest records and rap sheets. The Cowboys are smiling about it. They're going to draft half of them, I'm sure. But good Lord, half of the Cowboys' damn roster shouldn't be allowed to be playing football on TV. Collins never hurt anybody. So I'll throw that, whatever. RIP my mentions. I'm sure they're going to be terrible now. But don't pick a side. It's never about picking a side. Understand you're an adult. That's why you're here. At least I hope you're an adult. If you're not, that's okay.